Hey guys, this is gonna be our first video from Cryptic Creations, which is our reptile business. This is the hub of it. This is where we keep all of them. I guess a little bit about the reptiles is we started our collection about 2 years ago. We think this is pretty realistic setup for most people. We are both college kids.
Full-time college kids?
Full-time college kids. So a lot of our things are found off Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, so it's
Morph Market, everything.
We've gone to expos, so we're all over the place of where we find things, where we get tanks. So
we're gonna show you what we got.
Let's get into it. Okay, so first and foremost, this is Luna. She's kind of crazy. She lives down in that enclosure down there. We are working on upgrading it, as she does need to be in a bigger one, but she roams pretty much the room. I wouldn't say she's the boss, but she roams the room when she's out. We are just working on her. She's kind of gotten a little crazy the last week or so. So we were just working on her. But yeah, we got her last year around Thanksgiving time from Rose City Reptiles. Another YouTuber, if you guys are into tegus. He does some great content. Yeah, so she's blue. She's quote-unquote high white, but we love her either way. So she's great. Next up is our step runners. Yeah, so we have 3 of them. They are pretty much little tegus. They each have their own cute little personality, and they're kind of cool.
So these are our rubber boas, and we do have 2 of them. They're both right there. The bigger one is named Michelin, and the smaller one is Yoko. Rubber boas are native to Montana, which is kind of neat. They do live together because it's in the rubber boa community. They do better together. We got them both for free though on Craigslist. One came with a ball python, was living with a ball python. Don't recommend that. The other one she could not get to eat, so we took Yoko in. We're hoping it's a female, and we got her to eat, but just kind of after a while. Took a couple months, and then finally, now they're both eating like champs. Cool. Okay, what's next?
Awesome. Here are our box turtles. Another Facebook find right here. Both of these guys were rescues. The previous owners didn't do too hot with them. So the first guy, we had him for quite some time before we got Littlefoot. But this is Myrtle the turtle.
He's about 14 or 15 years old.
Yeah.
He is a ornate box turtle, I believe. He's kind of got some beak issues. You can see it's kind of overgrown.
And his nails were crazy long when we first got him.
Yeah, he's just got some problems around his face.
But like, what a personality he has. He's just...
You can put him on the ground, and he'll just kind of run around.
Yeah.
And then
there's this Littlefoot. She's... If you wanted to say a turtle was depressed, this little girl. She loves walking into corners and just hanging out in corners.
She's about 25 years old.
Yeah, so She's been through a lot. She lived 25 years without heat in a box with a bunch of grass.
She got attacked by a dog.
Yeah.
Previous owner. She's missing some
toes.
She's missing some toes. Her shell's got some
cosmetic damage.
But she's doing fine.
Overall, she's
gotten a lot better. She no longer tries to flip herself upside down on the glass.
Yeah, and he never used to put her head out. She used to be just in a shell, and she'd walk straight to the corner. But she's
come out more.
She's improved a lot. So we just kind of let them roam when they are out. They sleep a lot. Right now, we just had Modal in this tank for a while, and then we got her. So we do definitely need to upgrade, but
they both come out at different times, it seems. So.
And we definitely, when they're out and about, we let them out. So.
Yeah, they kind of just wander. We'll put bananas down and she'll go eat them.
Modal will eat pretty much everything. He's a big carnivore. He loves, kind of eats Luna's food.
Crickets.
Yeah.
So he eats anything. He's a garbage disposal.
Yeah, pretty much anything. So next up is our Crested geckos. So we also Facebook find a girl was needing to downsize her reptile collection. She was moving into a new house that only allowed 6 reptiles. How could you ever? So Noodle is our girl, but this one is named. If he let go of the wall. Okay. This one's name is Arrow.
He's a quad stripe.
Yeah.
Crested gecko with a little bit of Dalmatian spotting.
So we got him originally. He was the first one we got from her. And then she messaged us 2 weeks later saying if we wanted to take his partner. And that is why this divider is in here. We're hoping to get another female so we can take that out. But Noodle, I don't know if I know you.
That's okay.
And she's just tan colored. So yeah. Like him, but just tan. Not really anything else. Okay.
Okay, what's next?
This is probably my favorite thing we've gotten in a while. We found her. We believe it's female. We're hoping. Pretty proud of the setup. Philodendron endosonii, if you want to know. Amazing. So what do we have here, Ryan?
That is a Leachianus gecko. I don't remember what.
She's purebred. We know that.
She's a pure island. I don't remember what island though.
Yeah. Huh? Oh. She's a jumper, but she's actually pretty chill. I feel like you always hear either leechies like you, leechies don't like you.
She hasn't bit yet. She had a couple crazy out of the cage outings. Yeah,
first time we got her, tried to put her in a cage, and we had to hunt her down in the room. So that was super fun, super anxious. But look at those eyeballs. Just freaking beautiful. Okay, and she wants to go away, so. Yeah.
She's just in this little 12x12 Exoterra, but as she gets bigger, she will be in a cage the size of this.
All by herself, but Leachy's like feeling cramped and safe.
So this is our kind of our mixed rack. We have a little bit of everything, but we did have a clutch of ball pythons this year. Our first ever clutch as Cryptic Creations. And this is one of the babies that has now been sold, and we're kind of temporarily hanging on to him. But it is a blue-eyed leucistic. You will see the mom later, but it was a black pewter lesser to a pastavi, and that's one way of producing bells. So here he is. He'll be going to his new home pretty soon. But from that same clutch, we were lucky enough to get 2 blue-eyed leucistics, and this one is the same thing, but he's ours. He's a little more aggressive. They're all pretty fine once you just come up, but he definitely is a little snappy. But we are keeping him just because we were gonna potentially buy a blue-eyed leucistic, and we were like, why don't we just breed and get one? And then this one, yeah, this one's very cool. It's not a blue-eyed leucistic. Does have bluish eyes though. It's a silver streak, so it's a black pastel, super pastel, I believe. And it's pretty cool. It was very, very white and faint patterns, but as it's getting older, it's getting these cream colors, which is still fine. But for right now, he's a keeper also. Those are the only two we're keeping from the clutch. We had 6 of them. This female was kind of a rehab bell rescue type thing that now somebody's buying from us. She's... Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome.
That's
her whole head.
That's her whole face. She is also a bell, but you can see she kind of got some bug eyes and some yellow down her dorsal. But she's just a little sweetheart. But yeah, so we did not produce her. We kind of rescued her, and now she's going to somebody else, going to a new home. So that is all of the baby ball pythons. We did have a normal, a black pastel, and a pastavi that we have already sold.
Yeah, we actually dropped one off this morning.
Yeah. This is Ira. She's a children's python. She's not a nice one either. She'll probably strike at the camera. Maybe not, but I'm not grabbing her. She's pretty cool. We got her about a year ago at the Wasatch Expo in Salt Lake. And she was about a year old, so she's probably 2 years old now. She's really cool, but kind of aggressive, so she's...
Not for children.
She's not for children. And needs some work, but we're working with her. Hopefully she becomes less aggressive. Next we have Sterling, who is also from the same expo. And he is a rosy boa. And he's or I guess the nickname is a silver bullet rosy boa. But he's pretty cool. We do wish we could get our hands on a female just because they're pretty cool. We like boas.
Yeah, definitely.
But super neat. He was the only one at that expo, and we were kind of hoping for one, so it was a good find. We recently went back to Salt Lake for another expo, and there were more of them, so that's cool to see. But the last one in this rack is one of our Hognoses that will be a breeder, and she's a new pickup for us. We just got her from the Reptilian Nations Expo that was in Salt Lake. We do need to clean her cage, it looks like, but she's a big girl. She's about 260 grams, so she's still got time to get a little bigger. But she is a het toffee, a normal het toffee. And she will be one of our female breeders this coming year. But she was cool to see because normally, especially adult female hognoses are kind of hard to come by. So it was cool to pick her up. But yeah, so that's everything in this rack. Okay, so what do we have here?
So this top rack is going to be all of our hognoses. They're all matched up to breed when they are ready. Some have a year, some have a year and a half still. And then some are even ready this year. So first up is going to be Soren. And we actually got him locally. A lady was selling him, so we just jumped on that. super quickly. But he's a red-faced albino. He's super cute. He's a male, if you can't tell by the size. Yeah, and then there's his underbelly. Super cool, so pretty. But no fuss, he's super tame. Just adorable. He also loves food, and that's...
He eats very weird, though.
He eats super weird.
He kind of shovels under his food to eat it.
Yeah, but he eats it, so you can't complain too much. Okay. And if you could see him, he blends in quite well. This guy is named Squash. So, fun story, he's actually the one that started it all. This was Ryan's first pet snake.
Yep.
We got him 2.5 years ago, and he created the chaos of how many reptiles we have now. But he's just amazing. He's doty.
Started him from a baby.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be the one breeding with Clover, who is the het toffee that we just showed you. So that'll be cool. We'll get babies that look like him and babies that look like Clover.
Yeah, and you got him off of Facebook?
I got him off of from a breeder off of Facebook. So that was pretty cool.
We got him shipped to us.
Yep. Next up's Kaida.
And she will be ready to go in about a year. She is Arctic albino het toffee.
Mm-hmm.
So we got her off Morph Market. She
Got a really black belly.
really black belly. And she is just absolutely beautiful. We got her when she was just a little baby, and she's grown up so much. She is so cute. We love her.
And we got her off of
Morph Market.
Morph Market?
Morph Market or Fauna Classified.
Yep,
One of the two.
one of the two. We got her shipped also. And next up is Little Strawberry.
Oh.
You don't see her?
No. Okay. So, Strawberry, she's not normally like this, but she's been crazy today. But we got her kind of a crazy story, but we got a colubrid. We got a Leachianus king snake from an expo.
Bad decision.
Bad decision overall, but we took him to a local reptile shop and was like, hey, what can you do? Like, we'd love to get store credit. What? And he's like, actually, I know you guys love hognoses. You can do a swap. So we paid a little and swapped him.
Yeah.
Which was just so lucky that we have a red-faced albino and she's red-faced albino. It worked out swimmingly.
Yeah, so when she's bigger, and ideally she is a she, when she is bigger, she will be breeding with Soren, the other albino. And the last of the hognoses, yeah, you just gotta kind of pull it. If you go to the gym, you might be able to open up the tub a little bit.
Oh my gosh. That's a joke. I go to the gym every day.
So who do we have here?
We have a little feisty Autumn, and she is a toffee. I think just a toffee, but we got her off Fauna Classified. It's probably the quickest decision we've ever made. Posted and bought seconds later. So we got her recently. She will be one of our...
It's not too recently. We got her probably like a year ago.
Oh, dang. Okay, well, it's been a year, I guess.
Getting close, I think.
But she will be going with Squash. So Squash will be a busy man this season.
So it's going to be a first. But we have red ball pythons, and that right there is Mama.
Yeah, and Ryan will take it from here.
Okay, so this is the mom of the clutch of ball python babies that we got. I think she's going into shed. But there she is. Her name's Maple. She is a Pastavi ball python. I think she's 4 or 5 years old. and she gave us our first 6 little babies.
Yeah, she's definitely... She fools ya. We definitely thought she wasn't going to do anything for us.
Yeah,
And
we
then...
tried for a year, got nothing. And then, kind of a surprise, we just found eggs in there and we were like, well, I guess got eggs, now let's try and hatch them. And here we have Tatsu. We went all the way to
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Yeah. Reptile Nation show, I believe.
Yeah, it was a Reptilian Nations Expo. We got him when he was just a little tiny baby. So he's what? A year and a half? Is he really that old?
I think so.
A year and a half we've had him. Because we got him the January right before COVID hit, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So we've had him for a while, and he's getting bigger. Probably my favorite snake to take out and hold. Just because...
We don't choose favorites here.
Yeah, we don't choose favorites. But...
If we were to choose
if we were
favorites.
to choose favorites. My favorite to hold. Not my favorite. My favorite to hold would be him. Because he moves... Number one, there's a lot to hold on to here. And he moves relatively slow. But you can kind of just let him hang on you and he'll do whatever. And then our last one will be the hopefully future dad of our next clutch or 2 this upcoming year. And this is Lynx. And we got him from a pet shop snake breeder in California. We got him shipped, and he is a GHI pastel yellow belly Mojave, so he's got a lot going on.
Absolute powerhouse.
But he's got some cool patterns. He's got the line all down him. Yeah, he's really cool. I feel like he could make some cool babies. We're hoping for bells again, but you can also have GHI Mojaves, which look pretty cool.
Yeah, and we're working on finding another female ball python.
Looking on finding another female breeder to hopefully better our odds, because we have found a lot of interest. And it'd be cool to be able to get people what they want.
Awesome, and that's all that we have.
That is all we have. Better let Luna out because she wants to come out, I guess.
But yeah, it's gonna be ever changing.
Our reptile room is always changing. We seem to get things and not necessarily get rid of things all the time, but things come up. We have babies and we sell them. Yeah,
and we're figuring out what kind of reptiles we like still. There's some things that need to be upgraded. Luna's cage.
The box turtles, eventually.
Eventually, we're hoping to get another rack system in here. But yeah.
Yeah,
that's our room/reptile room tour.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed. We have a Facebook and Instagram. If you...
At Cryptic Creations.
At Cryptic Creations. If you want to follow us, that'd be pretty neat. But yeah, first video, hoping to continue it. And like, subscribe, that's what they say. Yeah, thanks guys, bye.